Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So in today's video, we are going to be doing another multi-level marketing fail video. So a top MLM fails. So these are MLM fails that y'all have sent to me. So thank you so much for taking the time to send me things that you guys would like me to react to. So we're gonna get right on into it. The first one that we are going to be reacting to is, I don't know if I would really consider this like an MLM fail, but it's more like an update. It's kind of a conversation I think is interesting to have, mostly because it has to do with No Shame Sales Game. As you guys already know, No Shame Sales Game is an Instagram account who I would call an MLM coach. She coaches individuals in multi-level marketing companies on kind of how to go about multi-level marketing, and she talks about how she believes people should go about multi-level marketing. So something I've been talking about within the past couple months is she kind of revamped how she was doing her membership. So previously she had a membership that was $365 a year, and then she decided to revamp that in, I believe, June of 2023, and she revamped it to give it a couple different ways of which you could purchase her membership. You could get a lifetime access to her membership for $1,000, and then I believe you could do monthly, so it would be either $35 or $45 a month, which at the end of the year would actually be even more than $365 a year. And including with changing her membership price, she was also taking things out of the membership. So what I seen with her membership change is she was taking out trainings and ideas so that she could go and sell those concepts, trainings, and courses as separate items. So not only does she have a membership that she was going to be selling her audience, but she was also going to have separate things that those people could purchase. So instead of just making money from her membership, she wanted to be able to continuously make even more money off of taking ideas out of her membership and then selling them as separate courses and trainings instead of just including them into her membership, which I found was weird. If you're hiring the price of your membership yearly, you're then taking things out of that membership and then you're going to go out and sell them for even more. So then her audience at the end of the day is spending even more money on her programs and products and memberships. So we've kind of been keeping up to date with things that she has been doing with her membership. So recently she uploaded something for a new membership thing that she is doing. So I thought it'd be interesting to talk about that. So we're going to read what it is and kind of how she is promoting it to people, and then we will talk about it. So it's called The Pack. It says, unlike anything I've ever created, The Pack is going to be a 3-month container for entrepreneurs who are looking for more hands-on support from and more direct access to me and other ambitious humans. The container is going to be very straightforward and highly impactful. This is for someone who needs zero fluff and is ready and willing to take action. This is for someone who has already taken steps towards the direction they want to go in their business, but is looking for someone to shine a light on their path and say, quote, these are your blind spots, these are your roadblocks, and this is what you need to do moving forward. This is for someone who is doing everything in their power to make sure that 2024 is going to be the year that their life and business change and transform in the most epic, abundant ways, and they're not waiting until January 1st to make boss move. Pack members will be ahead of the game come January when the average entrepreneur is focusing on new year, new me energy, because why wait when the new you can start showing up today? I do agree with that. I feel like a lot of people use the excuse of like, oh, I'll just start next Monday, or I'll just start next year, when it's like, could just start now with whatever it is that you want to do in life, whatever goal you have. You know, if you have the resources to do that, whatever goal it is that you have, you could just start that day. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of the week or the middle of the month. You could start that day. You don't have to wait for a new month or a new year or a new week. So I do agree with her with that. So PAC stands for Personal Accountability Conversation Knowledge. These are aspects that have been most transformative and impactful in my experience of building up a multi-million-dollar business in less than 3 years, and they're the things I want you to have access to. Personal is the most common questions I get asked in my DMs is, do you have a more personal coaching offering? Even my friend Fraser Brooks said to me recently, you need a new space for people who want to go to the next level with you. Unlike my flagship offer, Direct Sales Growth Community, PAC is capped at 50 members, and I'm the voice you're hearing from every week. I'm obsessed with the value I bring in DSGC by inviting other leaders and experts in, but I'm finally ready to admit that I might be the expert that people want to learn more closely from. With 50 people, I can give a more personal experience and offer more personalized feedback. You won't be one of thousands in the pack. I've mastered the art of personalized touch on social media, which is why my audience is so loyal, engaged with, and buy so often. often from me, and I'm going to help you achieve the same thing. Accountability is a foundational trait for entrepreneurs, and some of us need a little help in the cultivation of it. As entrepreneurs, it's normal to set audacious goals, but following through with them, that can sometimes be a different story. If I've learned anything on my journey, it's that it's super easy and so freaking costly to overthink and talk yourself out of a good idea. I'm going to help you make sure you stay on track with weekly group calls and private community where I'll be hanging out as well. Conversation has been the catalyst for every single quantum leap that I've taken in my business. Massive success cannot happen in an echo chamber with yourself. You have to let other people in, often to ask questions from the outside in order to gain clarity around what's happening inside. That's why the pack will center around our weekly group coaching calls and the conversation that will take place within the private group. Knowledge is meant to be shared, period. I've learned a thing or two about building a business, pivoting from one, writing a book, building an influential social media platform, and managing my life/insanity in the process. And I'm not here to gatekeep any of it. I'm an open book and I'm excited to help you write your next chapter. There is no requirement to be in the pack. It must be in unequivocal hell yes for you. I have other amazing spaces for you to plug into if you're nervous, just starting out, or aren't quite sure if you're ready to give your business 100%. This is not that place. This is for the entrepreneur who knows what they want and they're ready to make it all happen. This is for the entrepreneur who doesn't need to be convinced that they're worth it. This is for the entrepreneur who understands the value proposition of surrounding themselves with successful people. This is for the entrepreneur who wants to have a massive leap in 2024. This is for the entrepreneur who seeks out the hard, uncomfortable work that gets results. This is for the entrepreneur who wants guidance, not hand-holding. This is for the entrepreneur who how many times am I going to say entrepreneur? Can we get like a counter? How many times do I say entrepreneur in this video? This is for the entrepreneur who seeks out the hard, uncomfortable work that gets results. This is for the entrepreneur who wants guidance, not hand-holding. This is for the entrepreneur who also wants to make friends with other entrepreneurs because this road can be lonely as F. This is for the entrepreneur who is craving to be in a room with high-achieving peers. You know, not the room where you end up being the trainer and counselor for everyone else and feel fulfilled by the conversation. What is it going to look like? This is zero fluff. I'm not adding in rah-rah cotton candy to bolster up this offer. There will be calls, there will be a private community. When there are appropriate documents and resources to be added, there will be added. This is for the entrepreneur who wants to engage with what's necessary and then get back to building their own vision. So here's what this 3-month commitment is going to look like. Okay, so far, what I find interesting is this isn't just for MLM reps. As you can tell from the way she's kind of wording everything, this is geared toward anybody who has any sort of actual business. So if you have an online business or you started your own business from the ground up, this is a program that you could sign yourself up for. So what I'm beginning to realize is as time is going, I feel like this is so big in 2023. Like as the year has been going, I've been noticing this so much more, is how many MLM top reps and coaches are turning to non-MLM related courses or products that they can sell. For example, recently, within the past couple months, we've seen that WFAB from iGenius, they have conducted their own master resale rights course and selling that to everyone. So they made a course that wasn't just for people within MLMs. They made it for branding so that they could get themselves into other places to sell to, not just people within their MLM. And now we have someone like No Shame Sales Game who has religiously been someone to only promote to multi-level marketing people, like people within an MLM. That has been her audience. That has been the people that she posts about and talks about every single day on her social media platform, is now introducing a group coaching and group coaching course that is open to anyone that considers himself an entrepreneur. So that is really interesting to me, actually, to see them go this route. So it makes me really curious why MLM reps are finding themselves going this way. Like, do they feel that MLMs aren't as profitable for them anymore? Do they feel like they need to go outside of that? Or do they just want to make more money than they're already currently making? We also know that based on the statistics for No Shame Sales Game, she used to share the actual amount of people that were in her membership. She was making well over $1 million a year from the amount of people that were in her membership. She had well over 3,000 people spending $365 a year on her membership that she was selling. So it makes me wonder, why are all of these MLM coaches and top leaders now going to promote to actual entrepreneurs? Why are they finding themselves promoting to people who are not in multi-level marketing companies? But it also makes me question what advice can these individuals actually give? Now, I do think when you join an MLM and you get to the top, there are things that you learn. You can learn how to promote yourself on social media. You can learn how to step out of your comfort zone, like having to do things like cold call people and cold message. Like that's not an easy thing to do. And it's very uncomfortable. And it's like stepping outside of your comfort zone. So I do think that when someone leaves an MLM, there are things that they could have learned when they were in the MLM that they can take with them like internally when they leave the MLM. But I feel like it's weird to see people trying to promote to actual entrepreneurs when I feel like most of these individuals aren't entrepreneurs themselves. Like I know people within MLMs going and making all these courses for actual entrepreneurs makes me question it because they haven't actually gone out and made their own product and started their own business from the ground up. So it makes me question the things that they are teaching and training when they're so used to just teaching people to recruit. What are they actually teaching and training people to do that can actually level them up in their own online business? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, but that kind of is what makes me question what they can teach actual entrepreneurs on the internet when it comes to their online businesses. But it also makes me question what is making all of these top leaders go into this avenue of I can no longer promote to just MLM reps. Like what is happening? Like for No Shame Sales Game, she's been promoting to the whole MLM industry. She hasn't even just been promoting to one MLM. So she already has such a huge audience because MLMs in general have so many people in them. Like if we looked at the stats of how many people are within every single MLM, there has to be millions of people in MLMs. So she already is marketing herself to millions of people. So it's interesting to see her now marketing herself to actual entrepreneurs on top of MLM rep. Okay, so let's see what they are going to get for this course and how much it costs. So she is giving weekly live coaching calls. So this is a 3-month membership that you could get with her, which is why there's going to be a total of 14 calls. So she said every week we're going to have a live group coaching where you can ask me questions and gain clarity around any problem you're having in your business, or you can just listen in and learn from others in the group. From mindset to strategy to social media to marketing, nothing is off limits. The next thing you're going to get is access to her #1 numbers guy. Who is that? You are going to get 2 calls in the matter of the 3 months from this individual. She said, yes, we will have calls where Corey, my financial advisor and the CEO of my company, so it's her husband. So her husband joins us so he can answer all of your money questions. And next, you will have a private community with 3 months access. So she says, I can't adequately explain how important it is to not only work with a mentor, but to put yourself in rooms. Yes, virtual rooms count with other people who get it, which is why I'm making this a feature of this offer. You have the ability to brainstorm, network, connect with other entrepreneurs who out there are getting crap done. So how much, comment down below if you've watched this far, how much do you think her membership costs? 3-month membership, you're getting a 3-month access to a private community, you're getting 14 weekly calls, and you're getting 2 calls with a financial advisor. How much do you think that costs? Drum roll. This costs a total investment of $1,023. It is an upfront payment, so it is a one-time pay in full option only with no refund possible. So along with her having her current membership where she's already charging people $1,000, she is now charging people $1,000 for this with a 50-person max. So if she gets 50 people max for this, that is going to come out to $51,150 for the amount of money that she's going to make off of this private mentoring course. So what do you guys think about this? I'm very curious what y'all think. Again, I think it's really interesting to see the avenues that top coaches for MLMs are taking and top MLM reps are taking. I feel like it's really interesting to see that. Okay, so the next one we're going to watch is actually an Instagram reel, but I'm not even going to play it because we can't listen to the song. So I'm just going to read the caption. It's a couple ladies that it looks like they went on a trip together, and this is what the post says. It says, watch me shut down network marketing hate with one statistic. 82% of women making over 100K a year work in network marketing. It is not selfish to want to make more money. What could an extra 100K a year do for you? When I found this opportunity, it was something I was already doing. I love to share my Amazon finds, home sense gems, recipes, Pinterest streams, the best Airbnbs, etc. So the business model made sense to add to my life as an extra stream of income. Network marketing is projected to be 10 times in 2024. Okay, so this statistic of 82% of women making over 100K a year work in network marketing is a statistic that is like not found on any credible website that I could find. And I'm telling you, I spent over an hour searching different websites. I clicked on websites and tried to click on things within that website. Like I searched and scoured the internet trying to find where I could see a reputable source for this. So what I did actually find was a LinkedIn article that was uploaded October 15th of 2016. So that was actually a while ago. It's also so crazy to say that, because 2016, like in my brain, wasn't that long ago, but on paper, that was a long time ago. So this article actually talked about 10 facts about women in direct sales back from numbers that were apparently put out in 2015. So in this article, most of the facts were correct. Like most of the facts that this individual put in this article were correct. And I could find where she got it from. It was actually taken from the Direct Selling Association's statistics that were collected in 2015. But she posted at the end of her article that the US Census Bureau in 2015 stated that 82% of women earning 100K or more earn it through direct sales, which again, I could not find that statistic anywhere from a credible source. I also looked at the US Census Bureau's website. I could not find that statistic anywhere, even trying to go back to old articles back from 2015. That also makes me believe that most of the individuals in the MLM that are promoting this statistic probably just heard it from their upline and they believe their upline, so they just began promoting it. That's just how things are normally done in MLMs. If you've ever been in an MLM, you know that there is no such thing as fact checking. There's no such thing as fact checking in MLMs. There never will be. Fact checking and looking at outside resources aside from an MLM is normally really frowned upon from top leaders, from the MLM itself. So most likely what happened is the individual that posted this most likely seen it from someone within the MLM. Maybe their CEO posted it, maybe a top leader posted it, and they kind of just like copy and pasted it, because that's, again, most of the time what is happening in multi-level marketing companies. They are taught not to fact check. They are taught to listen to their uplines and to trust and believe everything that their upline says. And the same thing for their upline. The upline is normally taught the same thing from theirs. It's just a ripple effect. Every upline is taught from that upline to trust and believe the upline and not fact check. So then they don't do that. So they end up posting statistics and numbers that there's actually no reputable sources to back up the statistic or number. So I think it's really important that we address these statistics that are coming out and we try and find, is there a reputable source for it? Is there a credible source for it? And again, I could only find a LinkedIn article from 2016 with no actual like link that I could click on to find the real statistic being shown anywhere. So yeah, I don't think that that is an actual statistic. So the last MLM fail I wanted to do today before I go to class, in the freezing cold, y'all, in Texas, it is so flipping cold today. It went from being like 90 degrees to, I think with the wind today, it's going to be like 30 something. I'm not ready. I'm not happy about it. I'm not excited. I'm about to bundle up. I think I'm going to wear like a sweatsuit. So I have this White Fox like sweatshirt and I have matching sweats to it, and then I'm gonna probably bring my coat. But what does that have to do with this? Anyways, I'm not excited to go to class because I don't want to go into the cold. Anyways, this is gonna be the last MLM fails before I have to go out into that cold. Speaking of, do y'all like the warm weather or the cold weather? I'm a warm weather girl. I'm a summer girl. I would rather be a 90-degree weather type of girl than any weather in the world. I mean, aside from California's beautiful, like 70-degree weather is to die for. Okay, so the next MLM fail that we were going to talk about is actually another Instagram page that I would consider this individual like an MLM coach. They have an Instagram page similar to what No Shame Sales Game has, but they don't have any memberships or anything like that where they're actually profiting financially from their social media platform. It looks like they're just giving advice on social media as they are someone that has earned over $1 million in commissions in their MLM, and they're at the top of their MLM. So they do give advice kind of with that top leader MLM coach role. Okay, so slide 1 says, 7 years ago today, I hit the Millionaires Club with my company and became the fastest person in Europe to earn 1 million in commissions. And then she showed a picture of like what they got her. So it looks like they got her this big cake, and she is in Juice Plus. This is a really big cake though. It looks like it has like fondant and all that stuff on it. Then she has another slide and it shows that they got her something from Tiffany & Co. I will say that it's actually really cute. I would wear that. It's like a little bangle and it looks like, is it silver or gold? I love silver jewelry. And then it looks like it has maybe her initials carved into the inside of the bangle, which is really cute. She says, if you've ever dreamed of scaling your business to 6 to 7 figures, but found yourself feeling stuck, you're not alone. Many passionate entrepreneurs embark on the network marketing journey with stars in their eyes, eager to achieve massive success. But sadly, they often fall short of their goal. Why does this happen? Well, I've been in the trenches and I've got some insight to share. So I kind of want to give some reasons why I think it happens. I feel like there are many, and I could probably give over like 15 reasons why individuals fall short in MLMs. And most of those reasons will not be because of the individual, it will be because of the actual MLM. But here are just like 3 reasons why. Number 1, MLMs are an unsustainable business model. So I'm going to pop up a picture that shows just how unsustainable MLMs are when it comes to recruitment. So this statistic, this triangle shows that if every individual in an MLM recruited 6 people, we would only get 13 levels down before we run out of the world's population. So that's it. That's all I have to say about MLMs being unsustainable. Not everyone can join an MLM and recruit more than 6 people. We would run out of people in the world at some point. It's unsustainable. Not everyone could do it. Number 2, most people within MLMs make no money, lose money, or go into debt no matter how hard they work. That's a real statistic. That is a fact off the FTC's website. In an FTC article where they compare MLMs and pyramid schemes, they actually go in depth about the two and they give advice to people if they are ever thinking about joining MLMs and things to really think about if you ever do think of joining. So if you are someone that is in an MLM and you want to see that website, I always link in every single one of my videos and you can go and read that article. Number 3, recruitment. MLMs require recruitment. If you look at anyone making substantial income in a multi-level marketing company, they do so by having a team of people under them recruiting, selling, and buying products themselves. That's just a fact. I guess I actually put 4 on here. Another reason that I find people fall short is because of the long-term high investment that multi-level marketing companies have financially. So most people, when they're recruiting individuals into their MLM, they talk about how low the initial investment is. And they do so because they want people to be able to get in and they want to reel new members into the MLM. And they do so by saying, oh my gosh, they compare like, oh, if you actually start a new business, it costs this much. And they compare it to starting an MLM. And they're like, well, it's only $100 to start mine and it's this much to start an actual business. So to reel people in, they really talk about the initial investment and how much more expensive it is to start a small business or a business from home compared to what their MLM may cost to start. I find that in MLMs, it's the long-term investment that really gets you. So in all actuality, you won't see yourself spending as much money in the beginning. You'll have your initial investment that you get, and then slowly, as time passes, you're gonna find yourself spending a lot of money on things like advertising, monthly product requirements, monthly business fees, website fees, training costs, office supply costs, trip costs, and more. I'm telling you, even after I got out of my MLM after 2 years, comparing my like profit margins and everything, I lost over $5,000. It was like wild to look at because I did not notice that when I was in my MLM. I went through bank statements and everything for the 2 years and I lost over $5,000. And it wasn't because of the beginning costs. It was because of the longer I was in, the more money I was likely to spend. So it's really that long-term costs and that long-term investment that comes with being in an MLM. Also, like I said, the list goes on with reasons why people, I guess, fall short is kind of like this individual's way of phrasing it. But I just want people to realize that it's not their fault for falling into a predatory business model and falling short of seeing whatever level of success they wanted to see. Like, it's not your fault that you did not see that level of success that you once thought or wanted to see when you joined. It is not your fault that you joined a predatory business model. No matter how much an MLM, a CEO, a company, or anyone within that MLM wants to make you feel or believe that it is your fault. So she says, number 1, lack of a clear strategy. One of the most common mistakes I see often is the lack of a well-defined strategy. You wouldn't set out on a road trip without a map or GPS. How would you know where to go or how you would get there? you might be taking action and it's not necessarily in the right direction. Scaling to 7 figures requires more than just enthusiasm. You need a roadmap that outlines your goals, target audience, marketing channels, and action steps. A solid strategy empowers you to make informed decisions and measure your progress effectively. So I do think that having an effective strategy for running a business is a great mindset to have. I just think that this mindset is a bit flawed with MLMs, mainly due to the lack of control that you have within the MLM. You have no control over anyone in your downline who leaves, or you have no control over if they buy products, if they hit the requirements in the MLM, if they decide to leave one day. Like, you have no control over the people that are actually under you that actually have a say in whether you hit certain ranks or you go up in the company, or, you know, how you make a paycheck is through them. You have no control over that. You also have no control over what new products launch for the company, or even when those product launches are happening. So I feel like that's another thing, is if you want a clear strategy, you can't really have one in an MLM, because when are products releasing? What are the products? How many things are within that product launch? You don't have a strategy for how you're going to go about it, because you're not the actual company itself. You're not conducting those products and coming out with an actual strategy to release them. Most of the time, companies are telling their reps very late on that a product is coming out. They're normally telling them like, oh, 2 weeks before a product comes out, hey, you need to promote this. So you really have no control over what new products are launching or when those products are launching. So you can't really have a clear strategy or goal for how to go about things. Another thing is you have no access to website statistics. So a normal person for a normal business has website statistics. They can see how many people go to their website, how many people purchase, how many people, when they get to the website, click on certain things, add to the cart, how many things are sitting in a cart. They can really look at that and be able to fix their website to work with what their statistics are showing. You can't really see that because you're not the company yourself when you're in the MLM. So in general, within MLMs, you are the salesperson with a company that company can do whatever they want in that moment, and you have zero control over it. So I think the expectation of having a specific clear strategy in an MLM is a hard one to work with and is kind of flawed because you don't have much control over things. Okay, the next one says inconsistent action and persistence. Ever heard the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day? Well, neither is a 7-figure network marketing business. So many people fall into the trap of inconsistency. They sprint out of the gate fueled by excitement, but lose momentum over time. Scaling to 7 figures demands consistent and persistent action. You must show up day in and day out, even when results seem slow to arrive. Remember, every small action accumulates and contributes to your long-term success. So this is where the mentality in MLMs of, quote, those who don't quit always see success, end quote. They want to convince you that as long as you keep pouring everything you have into the MLM, you will one day earn the 7 figures that they are earning, when no matter how long you're in the MLM, how much you put into the MLM, you most likely won't make it to where they're at or make 7 figures at that, because most people don't get there, no matter how hard they work or how long they're in the MLM. Number 3, fear of stepping outside of the comfort zone. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. Some network marketers become complacent in their routines, sticking to what feels safe and familiar, but to reach 7 figures, you must be willing to embrace change and step into the unknown. This might mean exploring your marketing strategies or expanding your network, or even taking on leadership roles within your team. The fear of the unfamiliar can be paralyzing, but it's essential to push through it to achieve greatness. Scaling your network marketing business to 7 figures is an exhilarating journey filled with twists and turns. It's not always easy, and challenges are bound to arise, but remember, every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. So again, most people won't be able to get there. Most people are not going to earn 7 figures in their MLM, no matter how hard they work. And even though this person made it there, most people won't get to that level of success that she has seen herself get to, which is a sad reality of MLM. So let me know what you guys thought about that. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. If you made it this far into my MLM fails video, leave a sun emoji in the comment section down below. And that means I will know that you watched this video all the way through. I want a sun emoji also because it just looks so sad outside. Like, there's no sun. All I've been seeing this whole time is trees. Just the wind is wild today. And I'm about to go out in 30-degree weather. I have to leave in 4 minutes and I'm not even fully dressed yet. I'm literally in basketball shorts. So I'm gonna go, y'all. Have an amazing day today. I love y'all, and I will see you guys in the next video. I got fuzzies. So it's network marketing is projected to be 10 times in the, we should combat that. I also looked at the US. Oh my God, the US. Number one, most MLMs over this period. Oh my Lord Jesus.